Hey there, are you gearing up for a planner role and want to ace your interview? You're in the right place. Today, we're diving into some key questions you might face, starting with teamwork and event planning. Can you recall a time when you collaborated with a team to organize a big event? What was your role, and how did the team ensure effective coordination? Interviewers ask this to see if you can work well with others and understand team dynamics. Here are some pointers to nail this question. Pick a specific event that highlights your teamwork skills. Clearly outline your role and responsibilities in the project. Discuss how the team communicated and coordinated. Mention any challenges you faced and how you overcame them as a team. Wrap up with the event's outcome and any feedback you received. Now, let's see what a strong answer might look like.
I once led the planning of a large charity gala. As the lead coordinator, I managed the budget and vendor contracts. We held weekly meetings and used shared documents for task management. We encountered a last-minute venue change, but resolved it through swift communication and teamwork. The event was a triumph, raising over $50,000 for charity.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Planner. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Tell me about a tough problem you encountered while planning an event and how you solved it. What was the end result? This question is about understanding your problem-solving skills and how you handle challenges. Let's cover some ways to effectively approach this question. Focus on a specific event and a distinct challenge you faced. Describe how you identified the problem and your thought process. Explain the steps you took to tackle the issue. Highlight the skills you used and mention any teamwork involved. Finish with a positive outcome or key lessons you learned. Here's an example of how you could approach answering this question.
When organizing a corporate retreat, the venue canceled just 2 weeks before the event. I quickly researched alternatives, considering location and availability, and found a suitable space through my contacts, even securing a better rate. The retreat went off without a hitch, and the team loved the new venue's amenities.
Can you share an experience where you encountered a conflict with a client or vendor during event planning? How did you handle it? This question aims to gauge your conflict resolution skills and your ability to maintain professional relationships. Here are some tips to effectively address this question. Select a specific incident that showcases your skills. Clearly and objectively describe the conflict. Explain the steps you took to resolve the issue. Emphasize the communication and negotiation techniques you used. Conclude with the positive outcome and any lessons learned. Let's look at how you might frame your answer.
During a wedding planning process, the florist delivered the wrong flowers. I immediately contacted the vendor to express my concerns and facilitated a discussion to find an alternative. We ended up choosing a different arrangement that the client loved. The event went smoothly, and the client appreciated my quick resolution.
Imagine you're in the middle of an event when you hear about a major weather disruption. What steps would you take to ensure the safety and satisfaction of attendees? This question tests your ability to handle emergencies and prioritize safety while maintaining attendee satisfaction. Here's how you can prepare to respond to this scenario. Assess the immediate situation and gather information about the weather disruption. Communicate quickly with your team and event staff to discuss roles and necessary actions. Contact emergency services if needed and inform attendees about the situation. Implement a contingency plan, such as relocating attendees to a safe area. Follow up with attendees to ensure their comfort and satisfaction during the disruption. Let's see an example of an effective response to this situation.
First, I would quickly assess the situation and verify the details of the weather disruption. Then, I would gather my team to discuss our contingency plan, ensuring everyone understands their roles. I would make an announcement to attendees to inform them of the situation and guide them to a safe location if needed. After ensuring safety, I would check on attendees to address any concerns they may have.
A client requests last-minute changes to an event plan that will significantly increase costs. How would you handle this? This question assesses your client management skills and ability to balance client demands with practical constraints. Here are some strategies to tackle this type of question. Acknowledge the client's request and show willingness to accommodate their needs. Assess the impact of changes on the budget and timeline before responding. Communicate any additional costs clearly and transparently. Offer alternatives if possible to stay within budget while still satisfying the client. Maintain a positive attitude and focus on finding solutions. Here's a great way to answer this question.
I would first thank the client for their input and acknowledge the importance of their changes. Then I would evaluate how these changes affect our budget and timeline, informing the client of any additional costs involved. If necessary, I would present some options that can achieve their goals without a significant increase in price.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.